That is so mind-blowingly brilliant. It is so good. I love the writing. It's so impeccable. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's React to Frieren Blind. Today we are at episode 13. It is called Aversion to One's Own Kind. So potentially elves that she doesn't like, or some humans that Frieren doesn't like, or all of that. I don't know. Let's just have some fun with it. And as always, consider liking, subscribing, comment on what you thought. Of course, we will dive into it right now. And yeah, let's just have some fun with this. Or sadness again. Like last time we had sadness and wholesomeness at the same time. So let's see what we get today.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
So, Frieren, what are we gonna do today? Oh, who are you? Is this the past or not? Did you have that as a child? Dream of being an adventurer? Like, of course not in the fantasy world, but perhaps that as well. Like, I once tried to dig out duckbird on a excavation site. It didn't work, of course. But, you know, like, imagining to be an adventurer and stuff, I guess, yes, that's what children do. I think adults don't do it as much, but I think they might also do that, like, more abstractly, perhaps. Like, adventure into science or something is, you might consider that an adventure, I don't know, or into a profession that you would love to get to know. So, yeah, or like creating a family or something like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think the adventure changes. Also, is she considered a child still by elf standards? I never... Oh, okay, so 29 years after the death of Himmel the hero in the Alt Woods, located in the northern lands. Alt means old. Or probably ancient. Like, it doesn't mean ancient, but I have that association here because of the pine trees. They look ancient, you know. But yeah, Alt Woods is like the old forest. I will talk about that so much. Like, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. You will see in the translation video. Aww, that's so cool. But who are you, man? How did he die? Oh, it's so cool. But he looks already like that he has a profession because he's pretty well dressed. He probably has a life he already is very like entrenched in. So let's see what he does. Like sometimes it reminds me a bit of Bilbo. I know he's not that old, but yeah. Oh, he left. Oh, he probably never saw him again. 10-year journey, I love it. Yeah, why are you telling her this? Who are you? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did you not ask before? Like, and she's also just like sitting there, this is a bit peculiar. What's he doing? Why is he not asking me for help? I hope we get his story, though. Why, Frieren? Don't you want to just, like, couldn't you just hover him out? I think she's just trolling him. Ooh, good friend, kind sir, good sir. Yeah, that's a hard one, are they? Like, they got, like, what I can assure you, if, I don't know if young people are watching these even, like, I think most people that watch these are between 20 and 30, if I see my stats correctly, but, like, if there are young people watching this, like, that are younger than, like, 18 or something, I think the the dirtiest thing about being an adult is getting like the dirt of reality onto your clothes, so to speak. Because as like the day you start to be an adult, for me, like there of course is not that day, but like someday you are just like, okay, I'm an adult now, and you realize you have to do the mundane shit that you did not have to do perhaps as a child. You have to pay taxes, you have to do your taxes, you have to go to work, you have to probably work a lot for not that much money actually nowadays, unfortunately, at least where I'm from, by the way. And I mean, not me personally, I think pretty okay off. Like I'm like average earning, I think, but doesn't really matter. But I know many people and very close friends of mine as well. They have jobs, man, very like jobs that are hard on your health. Like they are in the trades, and like they are 30 something, around that. Their bodies already give in, and yeah, man, like all these things that, I mean, you talked about the adventure to go on. That's something that dies in most adults, I feel, one day, because everyday life gets mundane and repetitive. So you have to find something, I guess, to light you up, like I do with these videos. I mean, or writing my horror stories, you know, like I find something. You have to make sure, though, to do something meaningful in your life. Anything, like it can be your job, it can be your hobby, can be your family or your garden, can be your community, something, because otherwise you die. And I'm not exaggerating. Like we know that. Like if you don't have purpose in life, you die. Like that's a very terrible fact. I don't even think we understand why. But there have been many. Not many, but several reports, for example, from certain encampments in my country that you, of course, know what I'm talking about. But because we all also have survivors, you know, and they talk about stuff. And I also talked to one when I was in like year 7 at school. She came to our school. But yeah, there are stories from those places, and those places are, I don't think we can conceptualize them. Like we read about them, we might watch movies, which might get us closer to what they were, but the truth of the despair in there is something we can never fathom, I think, and I hope we won't have to, and you won't have to. So it's more like a thought, but people who were in those places, they did die when they did not have a purpose anymore. And the guards, let's call them guards. I should call them other names, but I won't, because they will probably find that with the stupid detection stuff they use on these videos, because I would love to swear a lot on that or about that. But like the guards tried their best to make people hopeless. And there was actually a psychologist in one of the camps. He was called Viktor Frankl. He wrote a book, Modern Man in Search of Meaning, I think it is called. You should read that. It's like 70 pages. It's a brilliant book. And what he observed, because he was a psychologist, so his thing was to think about like his profession in the camp. And like he observed people try to help them and try to get through the camp. And he observed several people who had notions of hope. Like they were like, okay, on Christmas we will be freed. The allies will come. They will free us on Christmas. And that was like their hope. So that was their meaning in life. They found for themselves there in those horrid places. And no one came on Christmas. Next day they died. They were like healthy. Like they just died. They just gave up. And that was several people. They just gave up. So if you give up, and of course in our society it's pretty sheltered, I guess, like we have shit as well, but on average we have it pretty well, and still it is still a thing. Like you need something to like an adventure here. So that is what I see in this for me. Like go on an adventure. Like don't literally go on one, but do something meaningful. Because that's what an adventure is, finding meaning in some way. Like it might be just the friends you made along the way. It might be Aureole, like going to find the dead, like, and I mean, if we use this abstractly, like connect with the ones who were before you, your ancestors perhaps, or your friends who are gone, who were taken too early, or your grandparents or something, like those are adventures, and I think it's pretty damn important that you find something in your life that you are passionate about, and you should pursue it. And when people are there, they laugh at you perhaps, because I know, like when I was very young, I watched some anime as well, and they gave me meaning a bit. I also did other stuff that gave me meaning, but they gave me meaning, and I had a very good friend who only watched anime to get some meaning in his life. Like that sounds a lot more gloomy than it was. Like it's just like the main thing they had. Like they had other stuff, of course, as well. But and he was cosplaying, and he was a very brilliant cosplayer. Don't know what became of him actually, but like he was a nice guy, and he was like doing like really professional cosplay, doing it himself as well. And because he did that, like the people at school really ridiculed him, and I think he was down a lot. He always told me I don't give a shit, but I think he gave a shit, and like perhaps he didn't. I think he became a doctor, like of medicine. I don't know. Like I hope he's well. He was one of my best friends when I was young, but time somehow, like one of the regrets perhaps I have not talking to him anymore. I mean. But yeah, I know this is a very long tangent, but this simple thing he said here, and he showed in the flashback with his friend, go on an adventure. Like, yes, do that. Like, if you're right now at home and you feel really down and really depressed, do something you love. And if there are people who are only there to stop you from that, like, try to ignore them or move away from them in some case. Sometimes you can't, but yeah, so that's the dirt of adulthood, missing your adventure in a way. I think. I don't even know if that was intended here, but it fits very well. Like, this grown-ups are dirty by nature, I think that fits perfectly. Like, you are dirtied by reality and by perhaps not going after your passions anymore, perhaps starting to get dirtied by regret or things you did that you, yeah, like regret also in a way that, like, you did things that you hate yourself for. So, anyway, I talked enough about this little scene. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I know you don't mind, but that was something. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, he's probably called Abenteurer, adventurer or something. This might be the first time I've encountered a physically dirty adult, but not the first time she has encountered a dirty adult. Oh, she doesn't know a spell like that. Oh, Frieren there. Okay, so we are in the present, and Frieren will now stop her trolling, hopefully. What was that noise of taking someone from a bottle, like the cork? She probably thought about this spell earlier. She was just talking with him to spend some time with him, to get to know him as well. Perhaps. I would love to see the Harvest Festival. I want to know why they do it. Like, I know it's for thanking for the harvest, but there might be mythology there. Ooh, dangerous monsters. Can't wait for them. Who got bitten? Stark was by a little snake in a tree. Of course he was. He should be called Eve. Oh no, Stark. But she can do it. So there's, oh yeah, okay, so it is like that. I think the priests do the healing stuff. Yeah, the church, see? Okay, I got that. That was what I thought. That's what I thought, that the flying magic takes a lot of mana. That was my assumption as well, because like it's flying, like it would be too overpowered. Sometimes you can. Perhaps dwarves are just resilient. I mean, he's called Eisen, so iron, like, perhaps that's his thing. Haiter was a boy. Oh, wow. Yeah, that, like, they probably also eat some mushrooms and stuff. Oh, there they are. It's so funny. It's the first time we see both of them fly, I think. Like, for casual reasons. Okay. Why is Frieren also shaking? Oh god, of course he's a no, he's not a priest. He might be a doctor. So Sein. Oh my god, I love that name. Sein. Wow. It means being. Mostly associated with being in the present. So down to earth a bit, perhaps. Like, it doesn't mean that, but I associate with it here from the context we met him in. So he is like being. He is very cool. Yeah, he did tell you to be careful. Oh my god, he's leaking so much blood. Oh wow, that was quick. Oh, he is a priest. So he wasn't a, like, I thought he was a merchant or something, but he's a priest. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a dove or something. Yeah, why does he not have it? Oh, he knows who she is. Oh, I also see, by the way, the dove symbol, so to speak, on this chandelier. Interesting. Sorry, yeah. So he knows her. Oh, he knew Haita. That's so cool. Oh, so he was also kind of an apprentice of Haita, or Haita supervised him a bit. I like that. Oh, you can probably be proud of a lot more stuff. I mean, I guess that also makes sense, because he probably also believes that in the end he will be praised. Perhaps he will, yeah. Also, Sein, like being, might mean like that he can like make you stay healthy, or in the present, so to speak. Yeah, he did want to become an adventurer. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I said. The mundanity of everyday life, exactly. And that's why, like, that's why adventures can be so, like, I hope you find a cool adventure for yourself, all of you. I really do hope that. Like, I found mine with my children and my writing and, like, watching cool stories, but I hope you do as well, because that's, as I said, like, it is not only, like, important theoretically, it is important for your mental health. It is, like I am an educational psychologist, so I don't know a lot about the real big psychology, but I've read some stuff because I had to, of course. So that is something I can tell you for a fact. Like, take care of yourself and make sure that you have a goal and a passion you live for. Will keep you healthy mentally, and that will in turn keep you healthy, like, bodily often. Yeah, the life does bore him, and he already said he wanted to go to the adventure. Oh, she wants to take him. Perhaps he will join our party. I would love a priest in the party. We need that. I'm sad Kraft didn't go with them, but Sein could be a very cool person on the party, because then we would have like Heiter and Eisen replacements, so to speak, where she can get more flashbacks about them, which I want those flashbacks. Yeah, it might be safer with the priest. That's pretty good to have a healer. Perhaps she's reminded of Heiter. Oh, yeah, what is she talking about? I like that Stark does that, because Stark is the most sociable person they have. Because, like, you see it in little details. Like, you saw it when he interacted with all the people when they were looking for information in that one town. I think it was in Val. And also he was with the children all the time, and he loved the village people. not the band, the people in the village he was in, where the dragon was. Like, he is very sociable, and he's the person they need to interact with the world, because both Fern and Frieren are like very introverted, or like at least they don't know how to be with people that well. Oh no, Mr. Zain is in the bar. Of course he is. Ah. So it's a bit carpe diem as well with him, like Zain, like this present idea, like live the present, like live, like, I don't know. It will be interesting to analyze. I can't wait for that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. But your brother is as well. Yeah. Could be fun. Can he though? Perhaps he might lose on purpose. That would be cool. Okay, so he lost probably all his clothes. Yeah, I don't think you can wake Frieren here. I knew it. That's so funny. I wonder what she meant, by the way, with this aversion to her own kind. So it's not elf kind, I think. Yeah, they are. By the way, that also means like what he is doing is dirtying himself with like this, like these are not passions he's after here. Like he's with alcohol and drinking and gambling. Like those are the things that you get addicted to. Like not passion. Like it's not this. Like you can like it's they are linked a lot of times, you know. But he currently is like living the day, but with these like things that might be very, very detrimental in the future. I like that. So his like he's like the ultimate person of addictions here, which also is like you are addicted. Sorry, oh God, this might be a new tangent a bit in psychology. So you're addicted most of the time to things that give you instant gratification. So like things that you are those things when they happen, like, and you want to be in the state of the present when you have them all the time. That's why you take more. Yeah. And by the way, yeah, like it's something I found very interesting in research is like when you have the choice, let's say, to drink some alcohol, and you are choosing to drink the alcohol. The brain circuit that is for choosing that will, of course, grow, so you are more likely to do it in the future. But the brain circuit that is for saying no to the alcohol will shrink, like it will like become smaller. That's something a lot of people don't know. Most people always think, yeah, when I learn something, things get stronger. But the things that were not useful in that situation, like that your brain built for like coping with stuff, get weaker. It's so interesting. I love that. I think it was. Is it called recall-induced forgetting? I might not have the right term here, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he's addictive, living in the moment, love it. It's never too late, that's the point. I like as well, Haita's drinking is never depicted as terrible. Something that hurts him and harms him. Like they alluded a bit to it, but it's not like that. It wasn't ever portrayed as that in my mind. Like it was always just a joke. Here, it seems more like he already had consequences. The consequences were played off as a joke as well. I admit that. But this is more like, yeah, he's not well. Like look at him here. Like he's not well. Haita was always well. Haita's drinking also is another reason and symbolism. I will talk about that in the video about the names and his name in particular, which is very interesting. But he got fucked by what he did. I like that. Haita never really, like he was hungover a bit, but to see him here, the way he is, like, yeah, I'm sitting here in my underwear now. Like he's not happy in any way. Like this is not positive. I like that. Oh, the beginning. Oh. Yeah. Perhaps. I mean, I would have been afraid as well. Yeah, going on an adventure might pose a risk because you might change your life and you might give up something that you thought was essential and that wasn't. or you might accidentally actually give up something that was essential and you might regret it. So very finicky that. Yeah, who cares? Oh, Himmel lives in her again. I love that so much. And also in the present. Like that is so cool. I am talking about the present. He's called Sein, being in the present. That is so mind-blowingly brilliant. It is so good. I love the writing. It's so impeccable. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Yeah, she does. Oh, because he's like her before she met them. That's so cool. She sees herself before she met her friends. And she also, and I will talk about that more as well in that one video. Anyway, but Frieren, when she was not on the adventure before that, when we saw her just now in this scene where they met her, she was also like very apathic, depressed, mundane, everyday life, like, and her everyday life lasted, what, 1,000 years? Like, she was like the ultimate person that is not risking something and going on an adventure, which I talked about in the beginning, I know, but like, she's this person that doesn't have a reason really to live there. Like, she didn't really, perhaps. I'm not sure, perhaps I'm reaching here with that interpretation, but it's striking to me that she is this ultimate day-to-day life living person. And I love that so much. I love that so much. Oh, you also need people you don't like? Yes, that's true. You do. Oh, it's so cool that Fern puts that around him. That makes a little sense that it scares me. Yeah, I mean, I feel warmer now. Oh my god. Someone with Stark that makes him feel warm so he doesn't have to freeze anymore. I love that, man. Frieren is such an awesome anime. Jesus fuck, what is this? Like, all these little details make sense and are so important. Oh, because of the Harvest Festival. He didn't know what to do with the eggs. He also had that a lot, I guess. He's the village chief as well. He has responsibility. And he was probably just teaching him a lesson here. Perhaps trying to make him not live in the present anymore or something. I don't know. Perhaps. Yeah, what did you do to upset her? Perhaps she's Huh? Yes! Yeah. That's so cool. What don't you know? What? What did you teach her, Haita? For Haita it was, though. And I will, as I said, I will talk about alcohol and Haita because that's brilliantly fun. I love it. Yeah, because he's wasting away in his own filth and his own dirt of adulthood, so to speak. The prison he has put himself in. And he's helping his village. Like, he's not doing bad stuff all the time, but... That's so funny. It's also from his perspective. See, it's every day. Like it's his life. His life is like he's wasting away in the cycle of addiction and the present without adventure, without a true meaning, and it's slowly killing him. What I talked about, it's slowly killing him. Like, it's not like they don't portray this harshly here, but the vibes are there. Perhaps I'm only seeing them. I might overreach that, but yeah, hopes and dreams, exactly that. Passion, purpose. Perhaps they find his friend. I would love that. Perhaps his friend is dead and he will see him then in Aureole if it should exist. Yeah, look at him, how he's trapped here. How his mind wastes away. Jesus fuck. They shine too bright for these eyes. It seems Mr. Haita was probably a very, very serious priest. Yeah, I wonder what, like, but he, like, that is so interesting. He's still a priest, like he's still he's somehow he's still doing good stuff. Like he tries his best as well, but that's not fulfilling for him. Like he's like someone who's got the wrong profession and he's stuck, and he can't admit it to himself because he also thinks people depend on him and stuff, and they might not even do that, like they do here, I think. But sometimes they don't even depend on you, and you just think that, and you're wasting away in something you don't like. I don't know though. Like, it's a very complex topic, but I can't believe, however, in this episode is again, and the topic is completely different again. Like, it's so much brilliance. Oh God, yeah, he's a depressed. Yeah, like he's doing this stuff as well. Also, addiction, by the way. She's an older woman. Yeah. And here for a minute. Save the princess, so to speak, or travel with the princess. Yeah, find love as well. Like, that's probably. I did like think up adventures in my head as well. It was always like, yeah, imagine a girl, you get something. Like I did that. I did. Like, of course I did. So yeah, like that's also something. These adventures, like they might make you strong enough to be brave enough to ask someone out you love, like, or not love. That's the wrong word in English. You are like infatuated with. You know what I mean. Uh-oh. She looks like 24 though. Why is she leaving now? Is he talking about the experience, or am I reading too much into this? What is Frieren gonna do now? Oh God, no. I already know that this is a meme. Oh, how proud she is. You are too young to appreciate it. I think you probably did some more stuff already. See, the child, that's his thing. Like, he already probably had half the village. Oh God, yeah, and they're so young. She tried a little bit. Oh God, yeah. And he's having nosebleeds, I think. Yeah, because I think Himmel was in love with her a bit. Yeah, what about his friend? Yeah, he probably died. Perhaps he found a wife and children. But don't you want to know? It's only been 10 years. Like, she says that here, and she knows it's not true, because her 10 years, she regrets them so much, having lost them. That, yeah, here, you see, but the regret is still there in her words a bit. It's never too late to go looking. I'm talking about the present sign. I love that with this name. It's so awesome. Yeah, that's the thing. But perhaps your brother doesn't want you to waste your life for him. Ooh, what did Haita say? Oh, he could. Brotherly love, probably again. Dad as well. Yeah, his brother is the person, like, as well. Like, for his brother is probably a person who is, like, whose passion is the village. Like, that seems to me be the case as well. Like, he doesn't need more. Like, that's his fulfilling thing, being a priest in this village. And he probably thinks his brother does that too, but he's wrong, because the brother wants to be an adventurer. Height is already pretty old here as well. He's probably already 60 or 70. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Did he? Will he slap him? Yep, he will slap him. Yeah, they're not. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. He's like his Dorf village. You learn German by accident. Dorf means village. His village is his passion. It is. It is his life. It is his adventure. Being a priest, it's his adventure. It's his calling. Like, so good. Yes, man. Fuck yes. Thank you, man. The writing is awesome. Look at his face. How it consumes him. I love that. Yeah, he is a kind brother. He is. That as well. Hitting someone is something like that's a taboo in a way, I think, because normally if you are in an argument with someone, you try to talk it out. You try to figure out what they want, what you want, like where the problems. Most of the time, by the way, if you're in an argument with someone, always consider they live in their own world and think they are right. And you do, like the same way you do, think you are right. Most of the time, both people are wrong. And like when you put them against each other, like because there's no right, so to speak. But what you can always do is always ask, how do you mean that? Because often people say stuff that you misinterpret, and then will like get the cycle of arguments going and going and going. But sometimes they just mean something you misunderstood. It's very, very often that people just misunderstand each other. Because you are in your own world and they are in their own world. Like everyone is in their own world. And they always think their own world is the correct one because they grew up in it. Like they learned stuff and constructed their world from the things they learned and experienced. So you will always think you're right. And you will always think the other person's wrong. And most of the time you talk, like you would probably agree on a lot more in an argument that you think, but you at least I also know that from experience. Like sometimes you just don't really listen what they say. In an argument, listen to what they say. And if you think, I understand it this way, and like rephrase it and ask them, is this really what you mean? Sometimes they're like, no, not exactly like that, even if they're pissed. Anyway. Yeah, sorry. God, I even forgot the point I was about to make. So hitting someone is like going beyond that, going beyond trying to fix it with words. Like it is a very primal reflex, so to speak, to fall back to, because talking doesn't work. So you have to, like, because it's like an obstacle you have, the other person becomes an obstacle in your way. So what do you do with that? You hit it away. Try to hit the obstacle away. It's a very old primal drive or reflex, and like something like that. So like that is like when things like you can't talk anymore, and that's horrible. And I think in media, by the way, it's done too often that people get slapped. Sometimes for comedic effect, it's not comedic. Like it is a very sad thing when everything else you tried with words failed. Then it happens. I hate when they do it for comedic effect. Yeah. Where did your friend go? Let me guess, to Ende. It's only been 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, only part way, of course. They will find him dead, and then he will try to go to Aureola as well with them, I think, to ask him about his adventures. Or he will but just be a temporary companion, and he's not like a main character, so to speak. If he's a main character, though, they will find his friend dead, and he will have regret as well. And he will then be the person who someone went away and he did not come with them. He wants to know what happened to them and who they are. Kind of a bit like I asked myself with that one friend of mine I mentioned. Oh, that was an awesome. Yeah. Oh, wow. You're so brilliant. Whoever drew this, I love you. Love your symbolism so much. This is so subtle and well done. You will see. Yeah, where are you guys headed? He doesn't even know. Heaven, yeah. How will you go to heaven? Yeah. Man, this one hit hard in a different way, I feel. Yeah. Yeah. What an episode. I love Zine. Like that's like he is in a trap many adults are in, I feel. Like with children, they are like more open. I think on average they still have their dreams, and even if children are in a mundane situation, though they hate that. They hate boredom and stuff. Like they want to do stuff. They want to run around, and yeah, I love that, man. Like I didn't think we would get something like this, but I love Zine. I hope we get more of him. I hope he stays as the main character with the party, and can't wait to see where it's going. Can't wait, and they will find his friend is dead, and he will see him in Aureola. I feel. Let's see if that is the case. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and as always, consider liking, subscribing if you liked it. But yeah, nothing more to say then. Have a great day, night, or morning, and I will see you in the next one. We're almost through Core 1, and after that, you will get the big video. I've been teasing a bit too much, but it's gonna blow your mind. I don't say that often. I'm confident in this. It will blow your mind. At least 1 or 2 parts. I also will be curious how much you already thought yourself and how much I like will there be a video where like I know I've explained some of the things I will talk about, of course, already in the reactions, but I will do a lot more. I think you will get a lot more than from the reactions with the names. But I'm so curious to see if you are like, yeah, that was obvious to me, or I never thought of this, or oh, that's a cool detail. Like I hope it will be something you find interesting. Anyway, please, as I said, take care. See you soon. Bye. Also, if you want to support my horror content, check out Volume 1 of my horror series called Remnants of the Old Truth, which is available for free as an audiobook on VIZ 22's horror channel. Link is pinned in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.